Welcome! This is MCG Tech with a review of the FX 4100. The FX line of AMD CPUs has become infamous due to its broad definition of what a core really is. Even though bulldozer cores share resources, like cache, AMD defines them as individual cores. In reality, these cores with communal resources are much more similar to threads featured in Intel CPUs. To this day, this debate over what is really a core is still alive and well. The class action lawsuit about whether or not consumers were misled was recently allowed to continue by the ruling judge. If you want to chip in your own 2 cents, make sure to check out the MCG Tech Discord, which will be linked below. With that information in mind, today we will be taking a look at the FX 4100. This Black Edition CPU was released on October 12, 2011 at a starting price of $115. This CPU features 4 cores, however there are additional cores that are disabled. Unlike previous Phenom processors, these cores cannot be unlocked, so performance from the FX 4100 should be similar to their stripped-down FX 8150. For specs, this CPU is clocked in at a base clock of 3.6 GHz and a turbo clock of 3.8 GHz. This higher turbo clock speed should help out in games, where 2 cores generally get pushed harder than the rest. Additionally, the FX 4100 sports 4 MB of cache memory. With the specs out of the way, let's get into the testing. Starting with synthetics, I ran Geekbench, where it scored 2044 single-core and 4801 multi-core. For the rest of the video, keep in mind the test bench specs include a GTX 760 2GB, 8GB of DDR3 RAM, a 500-watt power supply, and a Cooler Master Hyper 212 Evo cooler. Next, I ran Cinebench, where it received a score of 266 CB. Placing it between a 3rd Gen U Series i5 and a 3rd Gen QM Series i7. Following Cinebench, I ran the Passmark CPU benchmark. The FX 4100 scored 4,293, placing it in the 37th percentile. For my final synthetic test, I ran Blender, which completed after a grueling 2 hours and 36 minutes. Transitioning over to games, this computer handled CSGO fairly well. Although there were some heavy dips in FPS, the average did remain above 60 FPS, even at high settings. All games were tested at a resolution of 1600 by 900. Rocket League also ran decently on this system, rocking a consistent 60 FPS average in low, medium, and high settings. Gameplay was fluid and enjoyable. Finally, I tested Team Fortress 2, which ran smoothly, dipping to a minimum of only 42 FPS at high settings. For this game, I would recommend capping the FPS so stutters don't seem as drastic. In conclusion, the FX 4100 performed pretty strongly in lightweight titles like CSGO. Bulldozer CPUs, for all their quirks, are still very interesting to me. If you guys want me to check out any older AMD CPUs, let me know in the comments section below. If you enjoyed the video, make sure to like this video and subscribe. Also feel free to check out the rest of the content on this channel. Thank you for watching.